Give me my cat. A new client brought us a very dirty white cat for grooming. He told us that he had been on a long trip out of country and somebody who had charged with caring for the cat for several months had performed his duty inappropriately. Okay, it happens. We shaved the cat completely, bathed her, and saw that she was a nice white cat with a small black spot on her right shoulder. Also, she had one blue eye and one yellow eye. Nice, but nothing too special. We informed the owner that the cat was ready, and he said he would pick her up soon. This time we had a bather who was a very active cat lover. She worked hard, and her only drawback was her hyperactivity on behavior of animals. She announced that she saw an ad on a wall a couple of blocks from us about lost cat, while the different color eyes. She ran to find this ad, and unfortunately she found it and called the person who placed it. She asked for details about the cat's appearance, and the woman on the other end of the line insisted there were no spots on her cat. There was that her cat has one blue eye and one nearly white because of cataract, so it was definitely not her cat. Soon the owner of the cat picked it up from our clinic, and I almost forgot about this small adventure. It was a surprise when the woman from the ad came to our office and asked for the address of the gentleman who had picked up the cat. For what reason? She hoped that the cat might be hers. Again, we discussed the color black spot on the right shoulder and about the color of the cat's eyes, and there was a significant discrepancy between the description of her lost cat and the cat we have groomed. We refused to provide her any information about the man who brought us the cat in question. We are obligated to maintain privacy of our clients. We recommended that she go to the police and ask for a detective to provide us with an official order to release the information. I'm not sure why, but the woman didn't want to do this. She started crying, then became hysterical, and we had to call police. The officers told this woman almost the same thing we had to tell her. Appear in court, then we'll see what can be done. Thanks to the female officer, this hysterical woman left our office. The next day she came back with the same demand and with the same result. It was only after her third visit and that she realized that her tactic wasn't working. We did not hear from her for a couple of weeks, and then I got a subpoena from small claim court. It's not a pleasant thing, I would say, to get a subpoena if you know what you have behaved correctly. It was almost a month before the small claim court hearing. Who knew that would happen there? I had never been in a court before. Then I got an invitation from TV show, Judge Judy, if I remember correctly. The invitation from the popular TV show explained that according to the rules, it does not matter how TV or court rules. They will pay the fine for the lost side either way. Also, they offered a free flight and free stay in LA during 3 days of the show would shoot. Should I accept this offer? It was obvious that an anecdotal situation in the dispute has caught the TV producer's attention. I started to watch the show for several days to understand how it might work for me. That I gathered from the series was that they would probably try to fashion the outcome of the TV show in an unexpected way, so I might be presented as stupid. I was sure that I have done everything right and that the regular court would see it. But should I take the situation displayed on the show? The purpose in which it's not the pursuit of truth, but the pursuit of fun. I did not know what to do. On one hand, there is no such thing as bad advertisement, and participation in popular TV show for free might bring us more business. On the other hand, nobody likes to look foolish, especially in front of a large audience. While trying to make the decision, I missed the deadline for my response and started feeling better. The situation had resolved itself. The day of the regular hearing came. I dressed as officially as I could, took all the papers and documents that might be needed during the flight to to the truth and got to the court more than an hour early. I found a waiting room in the case and started waiting. The woman who sued me also appeared ahead of time. Bureaucratic procedures are never quick. The woman started talking to anyone who would listen. As a result, even before the hearing, everybody in the courtroom knew she was crazy. The secretaries, the security officers, the clerks all tried to avoid her story about how this gangster me killed her disabled daughter chances to go into Harvard. This will make all sense in a second. Finally, the clerk who had prepared the papers for the case asked her how much damage she was claiming. The woman explained that the missing cat was the granddaughter cat who was featured in a movie. I forgot the name of the movie, and that she had planned for the cat to produce kittens, which she would have easily been able to sell for $3,000 each. The cat would deliver 3 litters of 4 kittens on average. That comes to $36,000 a year, which she would pay to her daughter education at Harvard. Then the daughter graduates and she will have a salary of... The clerk interrupted her. I see, your calculations are absolutely right. How much would you like to claim today? $40,000 at least. Great, but our apologies. The small claim court considers disputes only up to $5,000. You have to hire an attorney in law and go to civil court. The judge immediately announced case dismissed. Turned out there was a very simple way to salvage mental state to everybody involved and to avoid having to argue with a crazy woman. I almost applaud the judge and the clerk.